woke up. I thought I was late for sure, but it's 7:12. I just wanted to take this moment to say that I'm so happy that I have some more time to sleep. One day, I won't sleep in like this, but you know, maybe I'll look back on this and laugh. But today, I'm so grateful that I'm gonna sleep in. I'm so happy.
So we got lunch cooking right here. Really cheap lunch from across the street, Groucho's. Never tried it. Had it yesterday, having it again today. I really got to start bringing lunch and saving some money. God, this light is something else. After lunch, I'm going to set up the camera and probably read the February 23rd entry from almost 6 months ago. Wonder what's in there. Can't wait. Can't wait! And then I plan to wear the camera, so like I'm sure someone's going to come in and try and buy something while I'm doing my thing, so like I can include that. That's my plan. First, I'm gonna eat this. Pretty good. Okay, so today I'm gonna read what I wrote on the 23rd of February. Save us all. I'm at work right now. It's going pretty all right, really slow. Guy just came in, wasted like 10 minutes of my time, didn't have an ID. Why do people do that, you know? Come on, brother. All right, so now I'm at the 23rd. This entry is titled Charlotte and Family. I can remember this day before I even start reading. I was like in my head about whole bunches of things, and I said I need to go home. I gotta go home. And I got in the car and my back was hurting and I couldn't even make it like halfway. I stopped at a Chick-fil-A in Durham or something, and or Chapel Hill, or near that at least. And I just gave up, turned around. But I spent a lot of time at that Chick-fil-A just doing nothing. Yeah. Said guy with no ID just actually did come back from his car with ID. Whenever people say I'm coming back from my car, or whenever people say, oh, my ID's in my car, I'll just go grab it, they never come back. That guy did. Okay, good morning. Today I'm waiting for people to arrive to study within the STEM Center at Northern Wake Tech campus. Oh yeah, I used to lead a peer study group. That was pretty fun. I'm in building D, floor 3, room 360. I remember writing that down thinking I should include the exact location. I already have my Apple Watch circle almost halfway done, exclamation mark. I gotta get back on that. Not even wearing it right now. It is currently 10:46 a.m. Now I will begin the preparation for Module 2 test from MAT 171 Pre-Calculus. I was on it. I can't wait for this semester to start. I'm about to go grind mode. I was seriously ahead of the curve. Beast mode, period. After comma, I will hop in the car and head home for the weekend. Now there's two notes that I left at later dates on this date, one from the 25th, which is just 2 days later, and one from April 1st. I'm not gonna read either of those. I'm just gonna try and recall what was going on when I was writing this. I wonder, it was around this time that I started dressing really nice. Decided last year that I just decided to start dressing nice to school. School's been a difficult thing, for me at least. Oh, that's my buddy on a run. Or I can't say his name. That's my boy on a run. School's been difficult for me because I never understood what I was getting out of it, but I am overcoming said lack of understanding. And I'm doing so with the newfound direction of my want to be a teacher. And that actually spawned from this STEM Center study group that I had led. I never even actually got it marked on my transcript. I would often forget to have the teacher sign, or the supervisor in the STEM Center sign my slip. So to make sense out of what I'm saying, because you probably have no idea. Last semester I was at Wake Technical Community College in Raleigh, North Carolina, and I am completing my associates in science with full intentions of transferring to a 4-year to finish my bachelor's degree. And it would be a 2 more years take to finish at said 4-year. And that is all with the intention of becoming a teacher. I would like to teach juniors and seniors in high school, maybe sophomores and juniors in high school. I'd like to teach them math probably. So I am back at the beginning of last semester, and I was presented with the opportunity through my student email to apply to lead a student peer study group for MAT 171, which was pre-calculus. And this is actually my 5th time taking pre-calculus. Crazy to say, it's probably crazy to hear. I can say that I'm very happy to say that this past semester I got an A, which is pretty mind-blowing. I'm not sure why it took me 5 tries, but it did, and now I'm here with an A. Good thing I got an A and not like finally a C or something. And yes, it took me 5 times to pass it, not to get an A, 5 times to pass it. And it wasn't like I was failing, it was more like sometimes I'd withdraw, sometimes, it's been a long road, but last semester I got all A's and B's, including an A in pre-calculus. So, back on track, I was presented with this opportunity to lead this peer study group, and I took that, and I don't want to say selected, because I doubt there was a large pool to choose from. I think I just applied and got it. It wasn't even an application, more so as I just filled out a couple forms, and there would always be one, and there would always be other students, and that's where it's like a study, like you'd go there to study, right? That's where we were holding our study group, and I think I had to have like 10 hours throughout the entire semester of logged time with said group helping people. And it's not like I was really helping anyone. It was more so like I was just studying with people. But I think it was my fifth time taking the class. There must have been an impression that I kind of knew what I was talking about. So people would come and they'd ask me questions and I'd answer them. And I realized, I don't know if it was in this entry, or maybe we'll find which exact day I had the realization, which would be cool. Realization, of course, I'm talking about when I realized, I need to be a teacher. I know that this was the place where it happened, and I can describe that. I try and walk them through the problem. I try to say, this is how I approach it, and I try and break down the steps. I use different color expo markers. I'd like make sure they were with me each step, and then we'd get to the end, and they'd like circle the answer, and then I'd say, okay, and I'd rewrite the problem with different variables, right, as a test to see, like, did you retain any of that? The answer would always be no, nothing retained. It was like I was talking to a brick wall, like all my different color expo markers and my patient explanations like just were going in one ear and out the other, and I realized all they wanted from me was the answers. They didn't care. They were working on the homework, what's for a grade. They didn't care about how to solve the problem. They were pushing They were pushing the problem of not knowing how to solve said problem into the future for their future self to deal with, and all they wanted from me was for me to give them the answer so they could close their computer and go home. And I realized that, and it's not like it frustrated me or anything, but I had this explosion in my mind where I kind of understood that. And I kind of it was a sort of an out-of-body thing where I realized that I was so focused on being the best teacher, right? I was so focused on explaining as clear and concisely as I possibly could that I totally missed who I was teaching. And when I figured out they just wanted the answer, well, I stopped. I don't want to say I stopped. Like, I never stopped explaining things to them. I would always explain if they asked, but I wouldn't take it so hard when I finished explaining and they just had no recollection of what I just explained, And I just thought that was beautiful. And I thought, wow, I feel like I was making an impression, so to say, and I get that feeling often on people, and that's not to say it's a good impression, a bad impression. I can feel when I'm making an impression, and I think that's a valuable trait, and I take that to heart. I really do believe I'm someone that has the potential to influence people, and I want to do good. I want to make people better people. So it just made sense in that moment. I was like, well, why would I ever want to be a mechanical engineer? Like, what does that even mean? Industrial engineer? Who cares? I gotta be a teacher. I gotta teach. I mean, throughout my high school, middle school, elementary school even, and community college, I just had the most wonderful professor that, fingers crossed, I get her again. I'm on the wait list. I'm number 7 in the wait list. Actually, I'm gonna check that right now. I wonder if I've moved up in the wait list. Because if I don't get her, I've made my entire schedule around her, and if I don't get her, then I got to remake my schedule, and that is a pain, let me tell you. Cross your fingers with me. You would not believe what just happened. These two Brazilians walk into the store and they got a baggie of tobacco, and which is weird, no one ever buys that. Anyway, besides the point, he says I'm Brazilian, and I was like, Pele? Kind of just joking. When I was younger, Pele was my idol. I loved him. If you don't know who Pele is, he's the best soccer player in the history of the sport. Kind of like the Michael Jordan of soccer. And soccer is way bigger than basketball will ever be. Sorry, not sorry. And they say, yeah, we know Pele. And I was like, oh, of course, they're from Brazil. He's from Sao Paulo, where Pele is from. Actually, don't quote me on that. I'm not sure that's true. I think Pele might actually be from somewhere else, like Brasilia or something. I don't know. Anyway, they met him in the airport at Orlando, and she pulled up a picture, and I'm like, oh my God, these people met and shook Pele's hand. He's now dead, which rest in peace. But whoa, I just met someone that met Pele. Okay, what was I even talking about beforehand? Shoot. What was I talking about? I could have watched the clip to find out, but I feel like that's unauthentic. The only time I ever want to watch this is when I edit it, and that's it. And I just post it and it's done. Teaching. I had great teachers. I can't remember. If you can't remember, it couldn't have been that important. That's what I always say. I'm gonna kill the recording here and edit it and see where we're at. Whoa, they met Pele. Okay, I just remembered. I'm checking to see if I'm checking to see if I'm any further in the wait list. Everybody cross your fingers. Everybody cross your fingers. Dang, I'm still 7. No one's gonna give up their spot. Ugh, we got a month to go. Oh, 30? Oh, I don't know. 7 people out of 30? I don't know. I think I should start remaking my schedule. I don't think I'm gonna make it. All right, gonna edit this now. Peace. I just had an amazing day. It's concluding right now. I know it's a big jump from wherever. I guess you couldn't tell what time of day it was when the cut before this one to where I am now. Check out this background. Now it's nighttime and the last clip was daytime. I was about to go walk and get dinner, and then I realized that A, I have scrambled eggs in the fridge. Well, they're not scrambled yet, but boy, can I scramble them. And B, my drone is downstairs in the package room. Gotta get that. If it's not in there, I'm gonna be so sad. Okay, so I absolutely hate this room. Just want to let it be known. But maybe I shouldn't show the address. I feel like it doesn't matter if I show the address. I just did not get dinner. I'm gonna have ramen. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? Man, I'm tired. I almost forgot my packages. I'm gonna see if I can use it as a phone mount. Hold on. Check that out. This is so hard to hold with my hand right now. Oh my god. It's been such a long day, man. It's been a long day, man.